waves enter the ear through the pinna and travel through the auditory canal to the eardrum, where they are converted to vibrations. These vibrations are transmitted to the ossicles, which are the smallest bones in the body, and put through to the snail-shaped cochlea. The vibrations disrupt the fluid in the cochlea, and the microscopic hairs beneath the fluid convert them to electrical signals. The signals are taken via the vestibular cochlear nerve to the brain to be interpreted as sound.
So the signal goes from the ear to the brainstem and up into the brain.
And that electrical charge goes to the auditory cortex, which is amazingly laid out in pitch order, almost like a piano keyboard. There are music centers, and they're spread all over the brain. So pitch is processed in one set of neural regions, tempo in another, loudness in another, timbre, whether it's a violin or a trumpet or a human voice, in yet another, and it all comes together later. The later in this case is maybe 30,000ths of a second, so rapidly that you never knew the things were ever apart.
The well-known writer and neurologist Oliver Sacks is exploring the idea of how the brain reacts to music. A team of neuroscientists at Columbia University have designed a test that will reveal if the brain of Dr. Sacks loves Bach as much as he does. Bach clearly excited much of his brain, including the many regions essential to appreciating the complexity of music. But unlike Beethoven, Bach activated the amygdala, which is vital to processing emotions. Dr. Sacks clearly favors Bach over Beethoven. Even when he couldn't tell them apart, the brain scan on the left still shows increased activity. So in fact, his brain recognizes the difference and makes its preference clear.
Keep it, Majesty, if you want. It's already here in my head.
What? On one hearing only?
The rest is just the same, isn't it? It doesn't really work, does it? This. Yes. Better? What do you think?
I don't think there's anyone his equal in pop music for this 50 years.
Brian never took a music lesson in his life. You know?
Well, how do you learn to arrange like that, then?
You sit for hours at a piano with that being your major deal in life.
It's really fascinating hearing such complex harmony come out of somebody who's considered, you know, not right or something.